Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. If you are new here, my name is Amber and we are a homeschooling family of 2 kiddos. We have been in the homeschooling journey for 3 years now, and fall of 2024 and school year 2024-2025 will make 4. Tuesday's video was 5 reasons that you should homeschool. Today's video is going to be 5 reasons why you should not homeschool. This is not in any way to try to talk any homeschooling families out of homeschooling, because we homeschool. This is for those that are on the fence trying to decide whether or not they want to join the homeschooling community. These reasons are also in no particular order or urgency or anything like that. They are just 5 reasons that I came up with. Reason number 1, if you're doing it for the wrong reasons. Maybe you have a friend or a family member that homeschools and they are trying to talk you into or force you into homeschooling. Just make sure that it is definitely something that you want to do and that it is for your reasons and your reasons only, not because someone else has pressured you into homeschooling. There is a lot of work that goes into homeschooling. You're with your kids all the time. A lot of times you have to lesson plan or pre-plan. There are curriculums out there where you don't have to. It's all already laid out and ready to go. But definitely make sure that it is something that you want to do and that you have the time to do it. Reason number 2, if you are afraid of going against the crowd. Choosing to homeschool will automatically make you and your kids different. Homeschooling is definitely out of the norm for most people. For myself, I was a public school kiddo. My husband was a public school kiddo. My mom, my dad, my grandparents, my aunts, my uncles, my sisters, my brother, we were all cousins. We were all in public schools. When I decided to pull our son from public school and homeschool him, we got a lot of pushback from our family. My grandparents supported us, but they also had a lot of doubt. My grandmother actually signed Keaton up for a sort of tutoring type thing with a teacher at one of the elementary schools in Crawfordsville. And she basically told my grandma, I don't know why he needs to be here because he's so smart. But I think that it just gave her that peace of mind to know that he was going to be okay. My aunt is a teacher at an elementary school as well in Crawfordsville, and she also gave a lot of pushback as well. Not so much anymore, at least not to me. I think her biggest fear was that by pulling him out of school, he was just going to sit at home and he wasn't going to be around other kids and that he would get behind. And I also feel like maybe she thought that by pulling him from public school, we were kind of doubting her also as a teacher. She was not his teacher, but I think maybe it made her feel like she wasn't. I think maybe it felt like a little bit of a slap in the face for her, which I had no intentions of making her feel that way. I don't look at the teachers as bad people, or, they worked really, really hard to get to where they are, to get the education that they have. And she worked really hard. And, I remember when she was in school and they were on one income, and, it took a lot for her to get to where she is. So I have no issues with public school teachers whatsoever. But there was a lot of pushback. And anytime you go to the doctor or out in public and they're like, oh, well, do you need a student note? No, we don't need a student note because we're homeschool. Oh, it's just that reaction that's like, you almost have to brace yourself for it. So just be prepared to be different. It's okay to be different. You just need to be mentally prepared for those moments. Reason number 3, if you're not willing to get out and get your kids active and, as they say, socialized, then you probably should not homeschool. I've got Keaton in Cub Scouts. Kenzie is in Girl Scouts. They both go to Awana on Wednesday nights during the winter times or the school year. Our library has a lot of things that go on, the Crawfordsville Library, and then there's another town next to us or close to us. They also have a lot of things, especially for homeschoolers. So they go to Lego Club at the library. They go and have craft time at the library. And then my grandma actually takes them to these because a lot of times I'm either at work or at Bible study. We have social groups that we can meet up with, and they have play dates or they have field trips. We've missed a lot of them this year just because I've moved into a job 4 days a week in the evenings. So getting up early in the morning and trying to make it to these play dates is very difficult for me. But, there's all kinds of things out there that you can get your kids participating in, but you just have to be willing to do them. Reason number 4, if you continuously doubt yourself and your ability to teach your kids. I have seen time and time again on other homeschool videos, veteran homeschoolers, families that have been doing this for 10 plus years say, think about it this way. You had a hand in teaching them how to walk. You had a hand in teaching them how to talk, how to get dressed, There's so many things that we teach our kids without even realizing that we're teaching them. So why can't you teach them for school? 99% of your curriculum that you purchase will have step-by-step instructions on how to do things. A lot of them actually have a script written out for you on what to even say to your kids and how to say it to help you give them the best. And if there's ever a time that you have questions about a curriculum or how to do something, I'll Google it. Maybe there's a math concept that I barely understand and I'm not really sure how to teach it to my 11-year-old. So Google it, look it up, watch a video. My grandfather is really good at math. My uncle is really good at math. So if there's ever a time where I need help, I know I can go to them and ask them to help. Utilize the community, utilize your village to help you teach your kids. And last but not least, reason number 5, if you cannot take on the cost of homeschooling. There are a lot of free programs out there. The Good and the Beautiful has some free stuff. I think Khan Academy has some free stuff. You're going to be able to find free stuff and low-cost stuff all over the place. But as your kids get older, their coursework is going to get more intense. And you are going to have to purchase their curriculum that they need to be able to earn the credits for their high school diploma. For our daughter's kindergarten year, which is what we're about to finish up, I think we may have spent like $100 for her, but in order to go into first grade and also for my son to go into sixth grade, we're looking at about $900 to $1,000 for their coursework. Could I look for free curriculum? Yes, I could. But we have utilized curriculum this year that has worked for us. And I want to continue to use that curriculum and not change it unless somebody gets bored and we have to change it up. But we know that these things work for them and I want to stick with it. So we're going to have to purchase these books. I am putting together some history units for Keaton for sixth grade. So I'm utilizing thrift books and Book Outlet. They are used books and they will tell you if they are in fair condition, good condition, or perfect condition, and you can kind of work from there. I got a chapter book about Helen Keller, and I think I paid not quite $4 for it. And it wasn't in bad shape. I mean, obviously you can tell it's been used, but it was not in bad shape at all. And then I could also get on eBay, or we have local curriculum pages on Facebook. I can get on there and see if there's any used curriculum that we want to use that I can pick up for less. Right now, I have not seen anything that we want to use on there. I will keep my eye out. Worst case scenario, we'll have to buy new. So if you cannot take on the cost of homeschooling, don't do it because it can get very pricey. And it's hard. My husband works 4 days a week and I work 4 days a week. So just make sure that it is something that you can do financially. You know, maybe you want to stay home and that's fine. For us, we couldn't do that. So we're both working in a way that works to where I'm at home with the kids to school them, and then he's at home in the evenings while I'm at work. So even at that, we live paycheck to paycheck. So hopefully we will be able to utilize some of our tax check to purchase a good chunk of their books for this next school year. All right, guys, those are my 5 reasons as to why you should not homeschool. If you have any other questions, you are absolutely welcome to put them in the comments down below, and I will try to give you the absolute best answer that I can. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.